Have you loaded into a ranked match this season only to find you have the wrong loadout equipped? It's because of the new 40 slot system. A massive change that now gives you a set of base loadouts plus specific groups for Hardpoint, Domination and Control, for Search and Destroy, and for TDM and Frontline. This new system can be confusing, and it's the most common mistake players are making right now. But it's also powerful if you use it correctly. We'll show you how you can manage all 40 slots, and we'll also give you the best possible loadouts for every critical game mode, making sure you're never at a disadvantage again. Now for the best game modes, Hardpoint, Domination, and Control, we're gonna be comprehensive. We basically have 3 categories. Close range fighters, usually playing OBJ or slaying. Second, mid-range fighters, usually playing support, so they'll do anything from OBJing to anchoring. Lastly, the long-range weapons, usually for playing the spawns, even though we see the Odin in Hardpoint quite often, but that's just because the Odin is broken. For close range, I'll keep it simple. The VMP, Fennec, USS-9, and shotguns, all of those work. We want to maximize our score streak farming and our operator charging, and we want to be able to do massive area control while also being immune to a certain point to burning damage and slowing effects. This gives you this loadout, simple and efficient. If you are using a shotgun, just swap Quick Fix for Gung Ho. You can also go for Vulture thanks to its buff. It's quite efficient in this scenario. For the mid-range loadout, we want a similar outcome, but doing area control with lethal and tactical equipment isn't as important. Also, explosive operators are ideal here, as we're usually going back and forth from the OBJ to the spawns. So we can easily adjust our distance and just throw grenades with a war machine according to how much risk we want to take. Lastly, the long range loadout. I'll take the Odin for example, but a Type 63 works just fine with the same loadout. We're looking for stability, survival capacity, and increased farming potential. And most importantly, we adjust everything according to the range. Switching from a Semtex to a frag, using hardline, not needing dauntless. All of these have to be considered to be efficient. I keep the trophy system on this one, but it's not even a must. You can adjust that later. I love that the COD Mobile meta gives you the freedom to really perfect your own playstyle. And that idea of total freedom is exactly what you'll experience on One State or sponsoring today's video. This is a huge open world city where every other person is a real player, and the action is intense. We're talking about planning high-stakes robberies and getting into unpredictable street battles where strategy and skill decide everything. But here's what makes it different. Your actions have real consequences. One wrong move and you're not just gonna be out for the round or respawn. You could be serving time in jail. It's all part of a huge struggle for power. You can team up with friends and form your own clan to engage in turf wars, fighting for control of businesses and city districts. The new update even lets you form alliances or declare war on other clans. To get ahead, you have to play the city's economy, which is 100% driven by players like you. You can flip cars for profit or pull off smuggling operations to get the cash for better gear and customized rides. And when you're driving, you can even turn on the in-game radio and listen to real music, which is a great touch. So, you have a big choice to make. Will you join an official faction like the police and try to enforce order? Or will you build your own empire from the shadows? So, if you want to jump in, One State hooked me up with a special bonus for you. It's a 2-step deal. Step 1, scan the QR code on your screen or use my link below to download the game. On their website, use my promo code KIDS right here. That gets you $10,000 in-game cash right away. You can also find exclusive deals on their site that aren't in the game. Step 2, use the same code again in the game's referral menu. Once you play and reach level 8, you unlock an extra $60,000. Doing just that gets you the biggest possible head start. Huge thanks to One State for sponsoring today's video. In S&D, we see 4 types of players: snipers, shotgunners, classic weapon users, and double weapon users. For the sniper loadout, it's fairly basic. Basically, copy the basic comp sniper loadout, then throw in an extra red perk, and you've got your base. From there, you can add things that are banned in comp like the trip mine, trip sensor, Molotov, or contact grenade. Or you could put on banned perks like Restock, which is top tier in S&D, or Ghost or Hardwired, which are typically good in ranked S&D. For the shotgun loadout, again, we're using what works in competition and tweaking it a little because we don't have any rules in ranked play. For example, Tactician, contact grenades, or Restock are typically incredibly efficient with a shotgun, now that stim shots aren't. But the loadout stays pretty close to the one we see in comp, unlike with the sniper loadout. Here's what I like to use, but here are my 3 tryhard or toxic loadouts. Quick stop on this one. Yes, it's an Argus, which is as far from a shotgun as it could be, but the Argus is incredibly efficient in S&D, so it'll stay here. Now for the single weapon user, let's make one SMG, one AR, and one LMG loadout. Typically, ARs and LMGs are here to play support, not rush, just like snipers. So both of them will have defensive, lethal, and tactical equipment, trophy systems, Molotovs, cryo bombs, gas grenades, trip sensors, and trip mines are all for ARs and LMGs. The SMGs, on the other hand, are closer to shotguns. We need aggressiveness, concussion, flash, semtex, frag, contact grenades, smokes, and stim shots, even post-nerf, are good choices. Secondary weapons are up to you. Usually, a machine pistol does the trick just like everywhere else. And for the perks, it's quite simple. On the AR and LMG loadouts, we prioritize support with perks like restock and toughness, while on the other hand, with SMGs we want aggressiveness with lightweight, skulker, gung-ho, quick fix, and dead silence. Here are the base loadouts for SMGs, ARs, and LMGs in S&D. Now for the 2-gun combo, it's pretty simple. Here are the best double gun combos for S&D. Oh, and remember to put the right perks and equipment according to the aggressiveness degree of the pair. For example, a Type 19 and Tundra combo is pretty slow, while a VMP and XM4 combo is quite aggressive. Here are a few examples of these pairs, including my favorite one first. Let's get the TDM and Frontline loadouts out of the way real quick. First of all, S&D loadouts will always work in TDM and Frontline, but the opposite isn't true. In Frontline and TDM, one big factor is maximizing your killing potential, whether it is on the operator side or the score streak side. A counter UAV? Yes, it's useful, but it's not going to get you a kill. Always construct your loadouts around getting kills. Fast time-to-kill weapons, even if they have no flexibility or massive flaws, like shotguns, snipers, the CX-9 burst, the HVK-30, and the QQ-10, are all incredible in TDM and Frontline. For your secondary, whatever suits you. I'd still recommend running a double gun loadout and throwing in a Type 63 with a CX-9 burst, but that's my ranked tryhard side talking. Here are 3 examples of loadouts that work perfectly well for TDM and Frontline. And remember that basically all S&D loadouts with adjusted score streaks, or not, will be useful here too. All things considered, that's what you can use in today's meta. We have 40 loadouts available, so don't be shy and try new things. And for those wondering how to manage all these new slots, the base loadouts apply to modes outside of these specific groups. For example, if you enter a free-for-all match, the available loadouts will be from your base set. Initially, you will have 5 loadouts available for each category, but you can unlock all 10 once you complete certain requirements. Now, you might have set up your loadouts, entered a ranked match, and then been surprised to find out your chosen setup isn't there. That's because you have to configure your loadouts for each game mode group. Select any loadout, let's say loadout 1. Just tap the copy button, and you can copy it to any loadout group or it will appear in the same slot. In this case, loadout 1. But you can also specify where to copy it on the copy tab and select the exact loadout number you want to copy it to. I know, you need the best guns for Season 7, and you can find them all right here.